helping women with invisible illnesses realize that you can still lead a pretty healthy and active lifestyle. Oh, I hope the volume's up. Ha 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 ha. I always forget to check. Dag nabbit. Yeah, it's up a little bit. It could be louder. Sorry about that. Can I say? It's just, but guys, I actually, knock wood, I feel pretty good tonight. I'm really happy about that. I didn't feel great this morning, but I got up really early and I freaking love being on an extended contract because I can work whenever the hell I want. So I was in here working at 5 o'clock this morning and it was fabulous because I got a lot of stuff knocked out and nailed down before anybody else was up and moving. So but I feel pretty good. It's a rough morning, but I went in and got my nails done today. And I know it's frivolous. I don't care. Judge away. My nail salon freaking rocks. They treat me really well. There's a young lady there, their little receptionist. She's so dang cute. I just love her. I tell her all the time, if your mama gets tired of you, you just let me know and I'll take you home. She just finished high school, but I've known the owner of the place for years, and she told me that this young lady told her this morning, "This is my happy day." And the owner said, "Why? What's so special about today?" And she said, "Courtney's coming in." And I was like, "That's so freaking cool." And I am just fascinated with the matte pink. I think it's really pretty. Anyway, I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling good. So let's talk about creating a positive mindset. This information is from tinybuddha.com. And I got to laugh about this because I'm well known on Twitter, of all places, as somebody with a really positive attitude. And I do have a positive attitude in spite of all the health crap that I have to deal with. Look, the health crap's going to be there whether I'm in a good mood or not. So I just choose to make the best of my situation. And here's a great quote from Gary Goldstein. And you guys, oh no, actually, never mind. Never mind. I just embarrassed myself. But anyway, here's a great quote from Gary Goldstein, or Goldstein. Sorry. All you can change is yourself. But sometimes that changes everything. And it really does. You guys, I used to be so severely depressed. I was suicidal for a few years. All I could see in my future, I had nothing to look forward to. All I could see looking down the road was more medical appointments, more medications, more pain, more misery. I wasn't into it, but I was literally sitting around feeling sorry for myself one day, and it was like a voice out of nowhere, and why is this happening to me? And I heard this just voice in my head, a pretty loud, clear voice. Why not you? What would make you exempt from life? And that literally changed everything for me. All I can change is myself, and sometimes it does change everything. Look, I've had a lifelong struggle with confidence, and I ended up very overweight, really sick. And honestly, I felt hopeless for a long time. And if you've never been there, it's a really crappy place to be. But I really don't know how it happened. I have no other explanation other than God's grace. But I managed while I was really fat and unhealthy, and I was a heavy smoker. That's so funny now. Um, but somehow in that, I rekindled my love for fitness. And through my passion for fitness, it just it just changed everything. Now I'm really into personal development. I'm really into my spirituality, and I think it's all really cool. And it all started because I changed who I was, and I changed who I was. I changed my perspective in large part through fitness. So you need to know the following. If you want to create a positive mindset, you need to know that you're powerful. You are powerful. And you know what? Screw everybody's expectations. What do you want? Because trust me, when you get to be in your 50s, if you've lived to try to please everybody else, you know what you're going to find out? Nobody's happy and you're miserable. You need to do, and I'm not saying to hurt other people, of course not. But you need to follow your dreams. You need to follow your ambitions. God places those dreams on your heart for a reason. You got to follow them. You need to work on your limiting beliefs. I told them, well, now I have three bosses because I'm really lucky. But I told my favorite boss a couple of years ago, back when I only had 2 bosses. But I told him I made a comment one day, I don't remember what we were talking about, but I said, "Well, I'm just, I'm just the secretary." And my boss is seriously the coolest guy, and this was, I think, the only time he's gotten annoyed with me a few times over the years. We've worked together for a while, but this was the only time that I can think of that he got really angry with me, and he was like, "What the hell do you mean? You're only the secretary." He said, "I can't run this place without you. You know how to make everything work." But my limiting belief was, "Well, I'm only the secretary." Now, hell no, I'm not only the secretary. I hold the keys to the kingdom and everything goes through me. I don't have a big ego about it or anything, but I play a very valuable role in my departments. I play a valuable role at my place of employment because I'm not just the secretary. And had I held on to that just the secretary, a higher up, one of the very highest up people at my organization. I work for a large organization, and she hosts a leadership academy every year. It's kind of obvious reading the application page that it's not really for people at my level. I've never moved up because I get summers off. I like that. So I've never moved up. And so I'm looking at this and I said, screw it, I'm going to apply anyway. You know what? I got in. And you know what else? I rocked it. I knocked people's socks off. I far exceeded not only my expectations, but I can safely say I exceeded the expectations of people around me. So drop your limiting beliefs because that crap that you're telling yourself, it's just that. It's crap. Number 2, you need to embrace your life because time is going to pass regardless. We get so hung up on the trivial, and yeah, I do it. You're damn right I do. I got 2 health issues that are characterized by chronic pain. Yeah, I can get really caught up in the trivial, and I can be really I'm human. I can be super irrational, and I'll just, like, latch onto something, and I know logically that it's not a big deal. But if I'm not careful, I'll make it a really big deal. So you've got to let go of the trivial stuff. You need to focus on instead of focusing on what makes you unhappy, why aren't you focusing on the things that make you happy? Number 3, this one's really hard. I'll admit this is difficult for me. You can control how you choose to respond. You cannot control what happens. You can't control anything external. You can't control what other people are going to say. You can't control what they're going to do. You certainly can't control what they're going to think. But you can learn to take an emotional step back and instead of reacting with that gut emotion, which a lot of times is anger or maybe you're offended or it's not usually a real helpful emotion. You need to know that it's your choice how to respond. I don't care what it is. I don't care how horrible what somebody else does. It doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to respond, because you know what? You can't control them. All you can do is control yourself. Now, I will be really honest. I have a hard time with this. But if this is something you need to work on, you've got to understand that your internal beliefs, they equal external facts. So if you believe that well, I'm short tempered, well, then you know what? You're never going to get control of your temper. If you believe that, like for me, I'm very emotional. I used to always say I'm a crybaby. Well, I'm not a crybaby. I cry over appropriate things. I do cry easier than most people, but it's always stuff that's really moving and really powerful or really sad. But when I thought I was a crybaby, I cried at everything. But you've got to learn how to respond properly. And a big part of that, you've got to get in touch with your emotions. Number 4, quit worrying about other people. What other people think of you is none of your gosh damn business. It's just not. It's not. Why do you care? Why do you care? I have a lot of friends, and I do it too once in a while. We'll get caught up in something that someone says on social media. Well, really, who gives a damn? You don't even know those people. What the hell difference are they going to make in your life 5 minutes from now, let alone in 5 days, 5 months, or 5 years? The only opinion that you should worry about is your own. But When you're looking at your own opinion of yourself, you need to really ask yourself, who's defining you? What do I mean by that? I um I accept a lot of us, we accept labels that other people give us and we don't even think about it. And one that I accepted was I had a friend of me before I ever heard the term, but that she truly was. And God, looking back, that was like the most freaking horrifyingly toxic, damned relationship. I don't know what I was thinking. But she used to always tease me about how ugly my legs were, and I believed it. Well, if you follow me on Twitter, I've got nice stems. No, I don't have supermodel long legs because I'm 5'2". It's just not there. There's no way. It ain't happening. I'm 5'2". I got nice legs, but you know what? Until literally like 3 years ago, that woman, those comments that were made decades ago, I let her define me. I let those define me. I was so horrifyingly self-conscious. You have to make sure that, look, we all have that voice in our head. You need to really investigate what that voice is telling you and make sure that you're at least carrying your own bullshit around and you're not dragging around something that somebody else handed you. Because I bet when you start peeling back just the surface layer, you're going to be horrified to realize this isn't what you think. This is what somebody told you, and it's what you accepted. And that's not good enough. It's not good enough. You deserve better than that. Number 5, you need to know that you're enough. You know why? Because you are. God put you on this earth for a purpose. So if you have dreams, you're enough. And there's a guy that I like to listen to. I haven't in a while, and I really should because I do like him. His name is Trent Shelton. And I heard him talking about this one day, and he's like, not enough for who? Not enough of what? And I thought that was a really good perspective because who are you trying to please? If you have to compare yourself with other people, and it's hard not to. I know. But if you just have to compare yourself to other people, you really should find somebody who's a lot less fortunate than you are. Why? Because it's going to help you remember to be grateful for the blessings in your life. And you know what? When you don't have a grateful attitude, you feel like you're always lacking. You feel you're always looking for what's missing in your life. But you know what? If you focus on your blessings, you're going to see that, okay, maybe this area of my life I could be doing better, but I'm really doing well over here. So you really should, and you should just be grateful anyway. It's you get back what you put out there. So if you run around thinking that you're always lacking, what the hell you think's going to happen? Whereas if you run around and say, you know what, I'd like more, but gosh damn, I'm really grateful for where I'm at, you're going to be a lot happier. You'll probably find that a lot more comes your way. Number 6, you have to love yourself. Happiness is not external. I don't care how many clicks and likes and shares you get. It's not going to make you happy. Getting a brand new car. Maybe you always wanted I don't know, maybe you always wanted a BMW sports car and you finally got it. And you're all pumped. And after a month or so, it's like, okay, I'm still the same person. I have a nice new car, but I still have the same problems. Happiness is not external. You have to learn how to accept yourself. Which is why you really should investigate the crap that voice in your head tells you, because I can almost guarantee a lot of it isn't even your thoughts. It's just, again, it's just crap that other people handed you that you cheerfully picked up and carried along. Number 7, you need to stay cool. If you want to have a positive mindset, you have to stay cool. I'll be honest, this is a struggle for me. I'm very emotional. I am kind of a tempest in a teapot kind of girl. I'm very happy and very bubbly. And I don't like to be mad, but boy, when I get mad, I'm mad. I get so mad. But you know what? That's not to my advantage because think about it. If you're having a conversation with someone and it's not the most pleasant conversation, and one of you completely loses your temper and you start ranting and raving, you haven't won anything. You've lost because you've proven you can't control your emotions. You've proven that you're giving your power away. Don't give your power away. A good example, like we get so pissed off when somebody cuts us off, but really, who cares? Is it going to matter in an hour? You might still be irritated, but is it really going to matter in an hour? And further, you have no idea why that person cut you off. Maybe, maybe they are just a jackass, but maybe they got a phone call. I have a loved one who's been hurt or worse, and they're rushing to the hospital. Maybe maybe they just really got to go to the bathroom and they're trying to get home. My point is, you don't have any idea what's going through that other person's mind, but we always assume, well, you're just a bastard. Maybe they're not. Maybe they are. Sure, that's a possibility, but there's a lot of other possibilities out there. And again, who cares? Why are you so upset about it? And why are you labeling that other person with something so negative? They just had a ditzy moment, and I can guarantee you've done the same thing to other people. I know you have. Finally, number 8, if you want to have a positive mindset, you need to understand you've got to journey well. Life is all about the journey. You need to choose your happiness now. You can't put it off. When I was younger, and frankly, a hell of a lot healthier, I was living in Southern California, and I was really uncomfortable with my weight and my appearance. And because of that, I put my happiness off. Friends would call me, "Hey, let's go up." There was a place called, Red Rocks. It was, I don't know, like 30 miles from town, maybe. Really cool swimming holes, great place to go and hang out for the day. No, I don't want to go. And I wouldn't go because I was too heavy. You want to go to the beach? No, I don't want to go. Well, you know what? A, I didn't do anything but sit home and eat. B, I have no good memories of those times. But you know what? My friends who were heavier that went out and did that stuff, that didn't care what other people thought, they have good memories of those trips, of those adventures. I don't, because I was putting off my happiness. You know what? I'm heavier now than I was then. But if you want to go do something, hell yeah, let's go. I'll figure it out. I'll make it work for me. You need to understand life is a blessing. No, it's not always easy. For goodness sakes, no, it's not always easy. But you know, being happy, honestly, it's always a choice. And for the vast majority of us, that's all it is a choice. Anyway, anyway, I feel good, but I'm tired, so I'm gonna go. I hope you guys have a great night. If you have any questions, look, I'm not a shrink or anything. All I know is I used to be so depressed and bitter and angry. Now I'm known as somebody with a positive attitude, and I've learned to be really grateful and appreciative. And if I can do this, anybody can. So if this is something that you're struggling with, or if you're somebody dealing with health issues or have a loved one dealing with health issues, drop me a line on Twitter at Alaskan Courtney. I try to be very responsive, and that stuff's my wheelhouse. I can help you with that. Do I have anything else I want to say? I guess that's it. Y'all take care, and I will be back. I almost said Friday, damn it, but no, I will be back Wednesday at 5 o'clock Alaska time. Thanks.